Hi guys, today a canoe adventure. Before entering the video, I want to wish you in this new year all of us can fulfill some of our dreams. So if you fight for it, they will come true. And now I want to give you a surprise. Although some of you already know it, I posted before in my social media. For those of you who don't know yet, I'm gonna do a raffle for a weekend canoe adventure that you can experience with me in a very gorgeous landscape. And although you have the conditions and requirements of participation in the description box, so I want to clarify a couple of things that I understand at the first glance could be a little scary. First thing, in this version, English version, only can participate all the people who lives out of Spain. One of the requirements is to have an accident and rescue insurance in force. So someone that read that may think we're gonna go to the end of the world and we're gonna die, but that's not the case. We're going to go to a very quiet and calm area. So I'll give you an example and you could understand why you need an insurance. If you are at home, your home is not a hostile area. But if you go up a ladder to change a light and you fall down and break your leg, it's not a problem. You call emergency and in 5 minutes the ambulance is in your house. Go to the hospital and the problem is finished. But if you are in a remote area, so if you go out the canoe and put your foot in a slippery rock and broke your leg, we got a very serious problem because the ambulance doesn't reach into the river. So we need an helicopter. We call emergency and the helicopter rescue us. But that rescue is very, very expensive. So if you have an insurance, the insurance pay the rescue. If you don't have an insurance, the rescue is paid for you, and it's very, very expensive. That's the reason that you need an insurance. Talking about the level of the paddling, I want to tell you it's easy paddling, but sometimes there's headwind. That's the reason it's low or medium difficult paddling. It depends on the wind. It's not the same paddling 4 hours in a calm or paddling 7 hours with headwind. If you do exercise usually, you don't have problems with the paddle. So if you like adventure, participate and enjoy with me a new adventure. Let's go! Hi guys, today a canoe adventure. This is the first time this year, so I am so excited. Now I'm having a rest and keep going. This is a new river and I didn't know the area, so I used the GPS to arrive and it guided me into a narrower place you can imagine. So I didn't film anymore in this part because I had to put all my attention driving. We arrived late at the point where I was overnight. So I prepared dinner, set up the camp and go to sleep to have a good rest because the next day will be a hard paddling day. The morning didn't start very good. you can watch in the video that I am wet because I forgot to turn on the camera, and I don't like walking through the canoe because the dogs can move around and it's a risk for sinking. So I decided to go out of the canoe to turn on the camera, but I didn't know the river bottom suddenly is going to be deeper, and when I go out of the canoe I fell into the water. And seeing that, the fishermen who had asked me where I was going looked at each other, thinking that I was not going to be able to do that route. It was so hard, but we did it. After a short break, keep going and keep enjoying the landscape all the way. This kind of adventures give me calm and lots of feeling that I can't explain. When you are alone in a remote place, listening the sound of the paddle, the water, or even the rain falling down into the water, watching that huge mountains and trees during the trek makes me feel alive and that I am living the life that I want, and makes me happy. So I thought that I wanted to share all these things with you. So if you want this kind of adventures, subscribe to the channel and comment to live another adventure like this with me. One of the comments will be the winner of 2 days and 1 night canoe adventure. We're gonna paddle through an amazing landscapes, have dinner over the moonlight, and overnight in a bivouac. So get ready, the adventure is waiting for you. And on the way back, we stopped in the same place because there was only one place where you can go out and have a rest in the main river. And I didn't want to scout a lot because the track it was so long and I didn't want to wasting time scouting. When I go canoeing with my dogs, I had to stop when I can because when the dogs are laying in the canoe for a long time, they need to go out to run and relax. Morning guys, at 10 in the morning, started paddling. Now I have a rest to have a snack and drink some water. It's raining, but it doesn't matter. The landscape is awesome. You can see the weather was changeable. First calm, but in the second part was raining during 2 hours, and the last 3 hours very strong headwind and sometimes crosswind. It was very hard. At the end, 7 hours paddling. In a Canadian canoe, you have to paddle with a single blade paddle, but I bought a double blade paddle because when the weather is windy, it's very useful because I always go alone, so it's a good option to get easier the trip. Awesome landscape. Kira? At the end, I was so exhausted and I made a mistake. I went into a tributary, but I was lucky. That mistake made me find this beautiful waterfall.